Perennial ryegrass is the backbone of the New Zealand pastoral sector. So all of the meat, dairy and fibre we produce is done so on a diet primarily of perennial ryegrass. If New Zealand is going to achieve its emissions reductions targets, particularly that reduction in methane, we need perennial ryegrass varieties that can reduce the amount of methane that is produced on farm. This is a program called HME ryegrass. Here we're using genetic technologies to modify two genes. One increases the oil content in the leaves and the other stabilises that oil, and it means we have a more nutritious feed and more fat in the leaf. For every 1% increase in dietary fats that a ruminant consumes, you actually get a 5% reduction on average methane that they create. So this is a more energy dense feedstock for our ruminants. So this should be able to increase the productivity of those animals. We should be able to get more milk so we can maintain current level of production with reduced herd numbers. So the techniques we're using here is genetic modification. One of the genes we've overexpressed that. This is normally found in the leaves of perennial ryegrass, but we're overexpressing it so that it's produced at a lot higher frequency. And for another gene, this is typically expressed in the seeds of plants, and we've expressed that in the leaves of perennial ryegrass. Climate change is happening now. We need to reduce emissions that we produce. Agriculture is New Zealand's largest emitter. We're the best in the world, but we can do better. The improvements that we're making here in improved fat and nutritional content, these are things that could be incrementally changed over generations with breeding. It'll take a very long time, and so to reduce the impact of climate change, we need to reduce the amount of emissions coming on farm as quickly as possible. We've just completed successful field trials across the last 2 years in the United States. So we've shown the primary traits for HME ryegrass, that increased fat and gross energy, are stable as we move from the lab in this environment out into the field. It's really exciting that now we have a pathway to move towards commercialisation. Initially that's going to be Australia, but that provides the necessary step to show the New Zealand public that this is a safe technology, that this is a productive technology, and it's a beneficial technology so that we can bring it back to New Zealand.